When I was very young, my parents ran a company dedicated to puppetry from all over the world. Chinese shadow puppets are some of my oldest friends. Imagine my luck when I heard Beijing has its own shadow art hotel. This hotel was originally a traditional Chinese courtyard situated in the narrow hutongs of the Shichahai area, now a popular tourist district in the city centre. Not too long ago, it was renovated and redesigned into a cozy hotel. Dave, the son of the hotel owner, told us its history.
这个酒店的前身其实是一个寺庙，在文革的时候，后来政府给它改做了一个民房，然后我们从政府那边买下了这种长期使用权。起初选择这个文化的时候，我们就知道只有文化才能凝聚人心，皮影这个文化它能有这种提供这种平台与客人交流、与客人互动。
Mao Zhongbo is the resident performer for this hotel, which offers 3 evening shows every week. People call him Mao Mao for a nickname. He started this career at 19 and has been performing for 16 years. He learned from a famous master in the shadow art field and once worked in a troupe. He finally settled here, a perfect studio for creation and display. Shadow art performance was one of the most popular forms of entertainment in ancient China, but more recently, most Chinese people would rather go to multiplex cinemas and grand concerts. Very few troupes can survive in Beijing if they specialize in shadow art performance. If this continues, maybe the future for this amazing art form lies in museums of culture. But fortunately, this hotel offers a permanent home that's far superior to any museum at keeping art alive.
How do I do this? Are these chairs?
这是五根杆子是吧？就是2个人演，然后我帮你拿这个。
It looks easy to make this puppet move, but it's actually very hard to fully control it. It requires the performers to cooperate well with each other. Like ballroom dancing, one must follow the other's steps exactly. This puppet is the Monkey King, a famous role in Chinese culture. He's supposed to fight, fly, and turn a somersault on the screen. Quite a challenge for me. Mao Mao is a humble and warm-hearted teacher. He's very happy to teach the tourists who are really interested in his art.
之前刚学那会儿，没觉得说这个以后要从事这个行业。随着时间一年一年的过去，然后自己对这皮影的感情也是一点一点的加深，到现在就是有点脑袋里走火入魔一样，就是离不开皮影。邮票啊，就是各种跟皮影有关的东西我都会去买，基本上大部分的那个工资啊或者是也好，就是都花在了这个皮影身上。
Traditional Chinese themes run throughout this hotel and the surrounding streets. But by the bar, you can try a selection of continental wines. So it's no surprise that over 80% of the customers are from overseas. Only 2 years old, the Shichahai Shadow Art Performance Hotel has become one of the most popular hotels among international tourists in Beijing. It seems the traditional art that many Chinese people consider old-fashioned is, on the contrary, quite fascinating to people from overseas. In order to serve international customers well, the hotel has hired a general manager from abroad who fully understands the needs of the customers.
The hospitality industry is becoming more and more competitive, and you need to find something very interesting for the guests to stay over here. And I think when you do something like this, when you involve very famous Chinese art, and you provide this kind of facility to the guest, actually you stand out from the competition.
外国人的话会对这种文化，中国这种非传统文化会更感兴趣一些，所以我们能设想到，我们将自己定位为以外国人偏居多，所以我们觉得聘请外国经理的话，能给外国人提供更好的服务。
The hotel only has 25 rooms. Although November is not the peak tourist season for Beijing, it was full almost every day. I was a little surprised to find so many Western snacks in the room. Even living deep in the hutongs, neighbouring with local Beijingers, you can still have the comforts of home. And if you want your very own private viewing platform, you can see the shadow art performance from here. Of course, it's a very different experience at night. Most tourists are out and about during the day, and the hotel is very quiet. In fact, you could have quite an enjoyable afternoon just sitting here beside the window and escaping the hustle and bustle of the big city. When the staff told me a business traveller once moved to this hotel from the Hilton, I couldn't believe it. But then they explained, besides the antique style, the close interaction among people also appeals to many tourists. The inviting main hall provides a natural opportunity for travellers from all over the world to exchange their experiences. Even if you just stay in your own room, your eyes could meet with the people living opposite. Worry about privacy? Well, you can keep the window shut to avoid that. But this is actually the original accommodation concept of the Chinese traditional courtyard, which the designers of the hotel wanted to preserve. What better way to meet new people or become better friends than by living in a place built for a community?